All right, welcome to episode number 4. A couple things to kind of start. First of all, I don't have my main camera person, who's my son. He's at camp today, but I still wanted to get a video out. We're actually going to film one later today, so we'll do that again. Second thing is I got a mic. We're going to try that, better quality, this is a learning experience and all that good kind of stuff. And then the third thing is I learned on the new Apple iOS beta, I'm filming right now, but I can't flip the camera around without stopping the film. And I like to do this long format without stopping, but I'm going to have to stop when I kind of show you. So I'll switch back over to kind of show you what we're going over today, and then I'll switch back because I want to discuss a ton of stuff. But today we're going to talk about watch bands, both my little dilemma that I'm in, how I'm sorting and all that kind of stuff, where we are as far as progress, and then what we do to kind of identify Apple Watch bands and make it easier to show our customers who are buying Apple Watch bands from us the different colors and what they're buying and all that good kind of stuff. So let me switch over here. All right, here's the mess that I've created. So about 2 months ago, I purchased a pallet. I think there were 16 of these bins full to the top of Apple Watch bands. Now, were they sorted? Absolutely not. These are coming from my trusted source who I've dealt with for years. They are great guys. They know what they're doing. And they said, hey, we've got like 40 to 50,000 watch bands. Are you interested? And me being me, I said, yes, absolutely. So when they came over, they were mostly mixed. There were some pockets where, you get like 10 of the same band or things like that, but there was absolutely everything in there. Mainly the silicone bands. There were a lot of fabric bands, but there were Milanese loops. There were some leather bands. There was kind of a little bit of everything. There were also Samsung bands. And then there was probably around 10,000 fake bands. So the first thing that I did was I sorted every single band into kind of multiple things. So I did all the Samsungs in one. I did all the dark colors in another. I did all the colors in one. So like green, red, but also like yellow, orange, all that kind of stuff. I did Nike in another one. And then I sorted out all the fabric ones and everything. That took about 2 weeks to do. And then I've just been listing Nike bands. I've been listing the color bands, all that kind of stuff. I'm just about through all the color bands. I just finished all the fabric bands, and all the ultra bands are all done as well. And then we also got some Nomad bands, which have been sorted and listed. We also got some like UAG that we'll list and sort and list. And then these are all Samsung bands that were kind of more colorful. So the kind of generic or plain ones are out here. So we've got black, white, and pink. And then comes the problem. And the problem is really these dark colors here. So Apple obviously has black, charcoal, blues, navy, things of that nature. And I basically put them all in these bins. And so part of this was 1, 2, 3 full bins of just the darks. These are ones from a previous order that I bought from. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bins essentially, which probably translates out to about 3 or 4 of these. And then I have the green sorted, I have red sorted, white, starlight, and pink. And then this is what I kind of started today. And this is where I'm running into the challenge. I know it's going to take time, but I'm doing my best. So in each bin, I've been trying to kind of pull out the blues. I've been pulling out black. And then I've tried to kind of sort between this, which is like a midnight, and that, which is kind of like a charcoal. I'm going to show you kind of what we're working with. Now, if you look from here, those all look black or dark blue or gray. But when you get close, this is a black. This is a very dark blue. This is a very different kind of dark blue. This is kind of a lighter dark blue. Those are just 4, but it's hard to distinguish between them. If you look in there, it's very hard to distinguish. And then you kind of have the blues. So I was going to just sit for a few hours and knock out one bin, which I probably could do, but I think I'm going to pace it out where I do, half a bin a day or a quarter bin a day, and just kind of get everything sorted it's going to take forever. But then comes the question is, how do you know which one is which? And this is kind of the second part of this video. And so I'm going to switch everything over so I kind of talk to you about it, because I'm going to sit down and we're going to kind of go over on how we do that. Okay. So what we use is an app called Bandbright. Bandbright is in the App Store. It is free to get. I think there's like a paid tier if you want to use it as well. But basically, Bandbright is an index of every single Apple Watch band that Apple's ever created. And you kind of just open the app, and they have like like the paid subscription or whatever. You can like have your own collection, or like a sorting drawer of every single band that you have or something like that. And then when you go into the different bands, it's like a little tab on the bottom. It's listed by all the different kinds. So you have your ocean bands, you have your Milanese, you have your silicone, you have your Nike, you have your fabric, you have your braided solo, you have your silicone solo, you have their Hermes ones. You have your titanium Milanese, all those. So every single one has a category. And then when you click into it, they list every single band and show every single band that Apple's ever offered. And then you can filter. So you can filter down by size. You can filter down by pin color. You can filter down by like regular colors. So if you want to do all the reds, you press red and it sorts it all the red ones and everything. Great option to kind of see what Apple offers. And then for us, it's a great option to show our customers what the official Apple photos look like. It also gives the naming and all that good stuff. And it's good for sizing as well. So what we do for every single one of our Apple Watch band listings is we go into Bandbright. We find which band it is. We take a screenshot of the profile of that band. That's going to give your sizing. That's going to give the colors. It also has kind of the pin colors, stuff like that. If that's important, it gives the year, when it was released, and all that information. And then we go into each photo, and these are official Apple photos, and we take a screenshot of every single one of those photos. And then what we do is when we create a listing, we take actual photos of the band. So that's usually the first photo. Then the second photo, we put our own sizing guide for the width. So 38, 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, 46, and 49. That way you know which band will fit, or which size will fit your Apple Watch. And then the third photo is, again, our photos. And then we show photos of the actual Apple markings to show there's a genuine Apple product, because we only sell genuine Apple products. So we take a photo of the size, the width, and then any kind of imperfections or anything like that. If there's an imperfection on there, we'll put that on there as well. And then we add our photos afterwards. So we will add, if it is a solo loop or a braided solo loop, we have a size guide for that, because there's 12 different sizes. We want to make sure they buy the right size. And then we add all of those Bandbright photos afterwards. That way they see what they are buying from us. So we have the actual band. But sometimes the lighting is bad, not bad, but it just like, it throws it off a little bit of different light. But at least they get to see it. And then they get to see the Bandbright photos, which are the official Apple photos, which are professionally done. They are perfect. They show everything. It just makes it a lot easier for our customers, where I can say, we get someone that says, hey, what color is this? And you can say, well, look at our official photos, but then look at the Bandbright photos, which are the last 5 or 6 photos at the end of the listing. And it gives a better representation of what that band is going to look like when it is in your hands. It has saved us a ton. I think it's really professional looking. It's giving as much information as possible to our customers. And that's, again, what we're trying to do. We want to make sure they're buying the right size, because we're going to do another video on this, but it's all about the 42. 42, Apple screwed up 2 years ago. 42 used to be with the smaller bands, and we'll go into a deeper video about that. Maybe we'll do that one this afternoon. But it used to be the smaller bands, and now it goes with the bigger bands, and Apple made it really confusing. So for us, we're trying to prevent people that own an Apple Watch Series 10 or Series 11 And when it comes out, the Series 12, from buying a 42 millimeter Apple Watch band that will not fit their watch. And so we're trying to educate, but we're trying to catch it. Where if someone buys a 42 now, we reach out with a stock message and we say, hey, are you sure this is going to fit your Apple Watch? Do you have a Series 10 or a Series 11? Oh, you do? Okay, well, we want to make sure that you get the right watch band. And so we either make a correction in our shipping or we say we cancel the order. But again, we're trying to help the customer make sure that they're buying the actual watch band because A, I'm shipping it to them with free shipping. And then if they get the wrong band, we either piss them off or they're going to start a return, and then we're out the shipping back and everything like that. So again, it's all about the education, everything. So a little bit of a pickle as far as where we are with all these Apple Watch bands. I'll give updates as far as where we are with the colors. There is absolutely no way to make this process easier. I thought maybe like doing something with light, the way light hits stuff sometimes, you can kind of see if it's either black or blue. I'm going to try and figure it out. If you guys have any suggestions, obviously put it down in the comments how you guys sort your bands. If you have questions for us, I'll link the Bandbright app in the description here. And yeah, like, subscribe. I am getting some views, which is great. I'm going to start doing some reels and stuff because I think that's going to drive some more traffic to the channel as well. But we'll make a video this afternoon, and thanks for watching.